Hello, everyone. I hope I am audible and visible. Yes or no? I think everything seems to be fine. I'm audible and properly visible. Yes or no? Hi, Rishmana. Good morning, beta. How's this Sunday? कैसा रहा Sunday? I had tons of good things. Hi, Daksh. I slept for entire day. है ना? Nothing less, nothing more. Like I needed some rest. I got some rest. Right? But the people who are not resting is America, US, America, Israel, and Iran, and some other countries. So this particular conflict is reaching again like higher and higher and higher and higher. Hi Krishna. Every day there is a new thing that come out. मतलब भाई जब तक तुम वीकेंड मना रहे थे तब तक ना there is another person who joined the war and which is actually dangerous. Right? That is North Korea. No, that's just a lie. मतलब he tested some missile in like over the Japan है ना ये तब कर रहे थे जापानीज सी में मिसाइल टेस्ट जब अमेरिकन्स एंड साउथ कोरियंस वर डूइंग सम मिलिट्री ड्रिल सो लाइक कि डूड मैं भी हूँ मैं डोंट फॉरगेट मी जस्ट मेक श्योर राइट डोंट फॉरगेट मी कि मैं भी हूँ मेरे पास भी कुछ खिलौने हैं जिसके साथ मैं खेलना चाहता हूँ सो वेस्ट एशियन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इज गोइंग ऑन ये कंटिन्यू है सो सेशन ऑन संडे टू मॉर्निंग वो आदर्श भाई सो लेंदे यार कल मैं बढ़िया 1 बजे तक सोया हूँ पता तेरे को so that Sunday is for sleeping, huh? Sunday is for sleeping and watching web series and movies. Yesterday I completed Aspirant season 3 and I loved it. I had some complaint with the makers, but uske alawa the series was overall good. You can watch it if you don't have exam, right? So वेस्ट एशियन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इज गोइंग ऑन ग्लोबल ऑयल सिक्योरिटी इज नाउ बीइंग कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड एक बहुत ही बढ़िया आर्टिकल था इन द इकोनॉमिस्ट राइट द वे दे एक्चुअली रोट इट हाउ द वर्ल्ड डिपेंड्स अपॉन ऑयल एंड हाउ इट इज एक्चुअली like getting critical supply chain hello Gauri the supply chain of oil and how the supply chain is going to be disrupted and how long this war could go on. Like the thing is overall fashion में अगर ये war जल्दी settle नहीं होता फिर दुनिया में बहुत कुछ होने वाला है and because of economic crisis people may react abruptly and they can actually get into the third world war scenario. Yes, we don't sensationalize any particular thing in our particular discussion है ना हम में से कोई भी ये सेंसेशनलाइज नहीं करना चाहता न्यूज को वी आर नॉट दोज मीडिया चैनल जो पीछे से सायरन बजा के वाँ करके और हमको सेंसलाइज करें बट द आर्टिकल द एडिटोरियल अराउंड द वर्ल्ड द एक्सपर्ट्स अराउंड द वर्ल्ड दे आर टॉकिंग इन सच अ फैशन कि टेक्निकली अगर इकोनॉमिक लॉसेस बढ़ेंगे तो थिंग्स कैन गो अहेड इन अ डिफरेंट मैनर फॉर एग्जांपल अपन थोड़ा डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे बट मैं थोड़ा सा बता देता हूँ कल की एक रिपोर्ट है राइटर्स की ही है मैं किसी और की कोट नहीं कर रहा हूँ राइटर्स की एक रिपोर्ट कोट कर रहा हूँ according to which the Israelis are lacking in numbers of interceptor missile. So if they are having less number of interceptor missile and Iran is continuously attacking on them, there are chances of a nuclear arsenal to be used. And if there is a use of a nuclear weapon, then you know what is going to be happening. So chances are there. हम कोई सेंसेशनलाइज नहीं कर रहे हैं बट है राइट सेकंड इशू तो दक्ष ने खुद ही उठा लिया दैट इज इजराइल्स पीएम राइट इज ही डेड from last 2 3 days there are theories there are conspiracies which are going on in internet that is telling us that how the Benjamin Netanyahu is dead there are videos circulating and there are photos circulating there are analysis of his recent address to the nation right how that particular person is having 6 fingers in his hand this is an AI something blah 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 but we don't have any confirmed news on this and वो वीडियो पहले ही डिबंक हो चुका है that video is a real video and Vindhyavanu doesn't have 6 finger और उस वीडियो में भी 6 fingers नहीं है so that's the real and we don't have exact confirmation about anything I mean there are three parties that is need to verify this news the first one is Iran second one is Israel itself right and third one is USA the logics may seem correct There are it's been like today we are on the seventh day since when the Netanyahu is not like there. Yeah, there are no tweets coming from him. His son is also not tweeting. Its public appearances become zero. There is no such thing like that. There can be chances that he's planning something big, right? Maybe nuclear weapon. Remember that? तो ये भी हो सकता है नॉर्थ कोरिया के जिस तरीके के हालात बन रहे हैं कि भाई वो भी ज्वाइन कर सकता है तो ये भी एक ऑप्शन हो सकता है सो इसराइली पीएम के डेड होना इस तरीके का कोई अभी तक कॉन्फर्मेशन नहीं है दीज आर जस्ट दी व्हाट वी कैन से so conspiracy theories in the internet and social media, these are just the speculation that people are doing. But there is no such thing which is official confirmation. Right? So हम बात करेंगे क्या है क्या नहीं है. Second thing, right, that is again the state elections in India. जी हाँ मित्रों, right? Four states and one UT. That is what we got. So we got Assam, we got Kerala, we got Tamil Nadu, we got West Bengal. मैं सबसे ज़्यादा West Bengal के लिए hopeful हूँ. West Bengal का election is going to give us too much content to discuss. West Bengal का election already had given too much content to discuss. No, ममता दीदी पहुंच गई है रेड के बीच में डॉक्यूमेंट उठाने रेड पड़ रही है धरने हो रहे हैं Mamata Didi is present in Supreme Court to present her stand for Bengali people in the SIR. SIR is still going on, and Ganesh Kumar's visit like in Bengal, West Bengal. There are tons of things that is going on. Huh, I one of the expert I heard yesterday when this particular assembly elections date were announced. They said कि the current central government is talking about one nation, one election, right? And they are like conducting elections of just four state and five UTs, though they all are not large states, right? In different phases. They will start with April 9 and they will end it to May 4. So how they are going to conduct the one nation, one election efficiently? सो ये एक पर्टिकुलर न्यूज़ है जो आपको जानना चाहिए राइट देन नेक्स्ट इज ईरान चाहबार पोर्ट येट जो चाबहार पोर्ट है उसके लिए जो वो है क्या कहना चाहिए ऑपोजिशन है उन्होंने काफी कुछ उनको क्या किया हुआ है घेरा है गवर्नमेंट सो इट्स अ स्मॉल न्यूज सो लेट्स डिस्कस कि क्या पर्टिकुलर स्टैंड है क्या डिस्कशन हुआ है हाय फराज गुड मॉर्निंग सो सो जो वो है क्या कहना चाहिए opposition है that is continuously saying कि if the Chabahar port was would have been like under our control we were not seeing such kind of energy crisis right port in Iran was developed by India to access the Afghanistan region and to Central Asia मतलब यहाँ से हमारा oil and gas supply जो है that can be done very efficiently but India lost it. Apart from this, they also point out that there is no budget allocation in the budget 2026-27. So Chabahar Port ke liye, there is no money that is being allotted by the central government. So they are simply saying, ki, did you just lost interest or did you just lost the what we can say port from the American pressure? Because this port could have been a different what we can say had like could have been played a different role in the current crisis. अगर हम ईरान के साथ रिलेशन खराब नहीं करते if we would have not been taken sides like this we are strictly sticking to the American side and Israeli side our oil particular supply our energy crisis would not have been in such a bad phase so कोई budget allocate नहीं किया गया है. Right, and the opposition have strictly accused this current government for losing strategic influence in the region. Yes, हम बात करेंगे उन्होंने simply mention किया है about yesterday's briefing from the our foreign minister, external affairs minister, that is Mr. Jaishankar. Mr. Jaishankar strictly mentioned that there is no blanket arrangement between Iran and India for the oil supply from the Strait of Hormuz. Right? So उनका ये कहना है कि if we would have not been like taken the stance like this तो हो सकता है कि हमें ये चीज करने की जरूरत नहीं होती. तो कहीं ना कहीं हमने उस रीजन में एक स्ट्रेटेजिक इन्फ्लुएंस जो है उसको खो दिया है एंड दैट इज वन ऑफ द वर्स्ट डिसीजन टू मेक इन द फॉरेन पॉलिसी. दिस इज समथिंग जो कि थोड़ा सा करेक्ट भी लगता है. I mean, think about it. The Chinese are getting their oil from Strait of Hormuz, right? There are two reasons from which they are getting oil. Number one, China is quite influencing. Chinese are buying from Middle Eastern nation. Chinese are selling to Americans. Chinese are having a huge navy, huge military, huge power, right? And second, the Iran needs China and China needs Iran, both for different reasons. Iran needs China for the payment and for the business. China need Iran because Iran is trading oil and gases in the yuan itself, not in petrodollar. So they both need each other, that is correct. Right? But but somehow India in Iran was such kind of ally where needs से ज्यादा एक दूसरे की रिस्पेक्ट होती थी and we lost it. तो ये थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम तो रहा है. Right? On the other half, they mentioned कि जो ग्वादर पोर्ट है, right, that is in Pakistan, that is strictly under control of the China. So China is increasing its strategic influence over there, right? Moving on to the next particular what we can say क्या कहना चाहिए पॉइंट दैट दे रोज was जो हमारी कनेक्टिविटी थी इस पर्टिकुलर रीजन में, सेंट्रल एशियन रीजन में, वो भी कहीं ना कहीं हमने लॉस की है. whether that is कजाकिस्तान का हमारा जो छोटा सा मिलिट्री ऑपरेटिंग बेस था, दैट वाज जस्ट अ स्ट्रैटेजिक, लाइक जस्ट अ डिप्लोमेटिक एक्सेस, बट वो स्ट्रैटेजिक नहीं था. बट इवन दो वी लॉस्ट इट, सो देयर आर सेवरल पर्टिकुलर थिंग दैट्स वर पॉइंटेड आउट फ्रॉम द opposition on this particular setup, and they might look good and correct the way they have actually talked about it, the way actually they put it. क्या कहना है अब, Iran is dealing in Chinese currency? Yes, obviously. I mean, think about it. Why Americans are so strong and influential in the economy? When there was like 1970s का जो time था, right? This is the time when actually Americans did a proper contracting with the oil producing nation to deal with the petrodollars. Yes, so दुनिया भर में जो oil trade होने वाला है, that is going to be happen in the dollar form. So that means everybody who wants to buy oil, that they are going to suppose to do it in the dollar, and this increase the demand of dollar, this increase the value of dollar, right? And de-dollarization is one particular thing that Trump is scared of. Remember, the BRICS started talking about the de-dollarization, and Donald Trump, in his second term, beginning of second term, says that if some country is working on de-dollarization or some organization is working on de-dollarization, they are going to face the fury of the American might. He said that. So Iranians are well aware about it. कि भाई, like I told you like 2 3 days back, there is a fight that is going on between American and Israeli muscle power versus the economic choke of Iran. And Americans can get a proper economic choke if the largest, second largest, third largest countries like China, India are buying oil in not in American currency. So it can actually affect dollar and America very well. राइट? क्या अमेरिका पैनिक में है? द आंसर इज यस. हम डिस्कस करेंगे उसमें. अगर वो पैनिक में नहीं होता तो खाग आइलैंड के जो ऑयल फैसिलिटीज हैं उसको टारगेट नहीं करता. राइट? टुडे वी गॉट अ वेरी गुड कार्टून. I would like to show you, like at the beginning, and which actually is the entire, what we can say, conclusion of this particular war. All right, just a minute. Look at this particular cartoon. All right, look at this. I mean, they don't even know how to exit this particular war. So they have missiles, they have weapons, they have muscle power. They don't know how to get out. So American Trump is asking Donald Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu or BB Netanyahu, that where is the exit, BB? Right? Exit कहाँ है? So that is something जो थोड़ा सा problematic है. So this was the cartoon for the today. I like cartoon very much. They express a huge amount of truth, right, with a proper sarcasm. So मुझे तो पसंद है, right? तो ये है, the thing is कि they are correct. कि कहीं ना कहीं वो पेट्रो डॉलर के अगेंस्ट ही ईरान काम कर रहा है. ईरान इज प्लेइंग अ वेरी लाइक स्मूथ स्ट्रेटजी. दे आर फेसिंग लॉस, yes, but they are not ready to give up. They are going to give hope to other countries as well. That if a small country like Iran can block the entire setup, the other countries should not listen to them. They mentioned a proper tweet in which they mentioned that Americans bullied India. राइट, ये प्रोवोकेशन है, ये फूट डालने का तरीका है. खैर, सो दैट वाज अपोजिशंस ब्लेम, है ना. एक हमारे पुराने वो है बैकवर्ड क्लास के लीडर हैं जिनका नाम था कांशी राम, राइट. उनको भारत रत्न देने की बात चल रही है, राइट. एंड आई थिंक नेक्स्ट ईयर इलेक्शन है क्या यूपी में? राइट, एक्सिट इज द मरीन ऑन द ग्राउंड. ट्रस्ट मी, यू डोंट नो अमेरिकन्स पे तो अभी नहीं जानते. एवरी मतलब जो लास्ट मैंने नोन रिपोर्ट्स पढ़ी हैं उसके हिसाब से अमेरिकन लॉस्ट 21 सोल्जर्स इन दिस पर्टिकुलर बैटल. Every American soldiers who is losing their life, like this is going to create huge pressure on American administration by the public itself. You have no idea how the things are going to happen. मतलब ये हर एक सिंगल जो पर्टिकुलर अमेरिकन सोल्जर है जिनकी डेथ हो रही है, वो कितना कुछ वो करेंगे तुम्हें आइडिया भी नहीं. सो बूट्स ऑन ग्राउंड के सवाल पे तो नोबडी इज गोइंग टू बी कंफर्टेबल इन अमेरिका. बात करेंगे उस पर जब कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होगा. सो राहुल गांधी ने गवर्नमेंट से वो किया हुआ है, लाइक he requested government to give Bharat Ratna to Kanshiram. Kanshiram is actually one of the leader from the backward or suppressed class in the modern India. इन्होंने जो दलित और बहुजन particular population है, वो he mobilized these particular population into the politics. Right, he founded Bahujan Samaj Party. Right, BSP, though BSP is not having a good in like good in numbers, whether that is state legislative assembly or that is Lok Sabha. But there was a time when Mayawati was elected for Chief Minister. Kanshiram was one of the most influential figure in the politics, right? So Bahujan politics and Dalit politics के लिए कांशीराम को सबसे बड़े leaders के form में जाना जाता है. And Rahul Gandhi, another opposition leader, including Mayawati herself, want Kanshiram to get Bharat Ratna very soon, right? So ये एक न्यूज थी जो चल रहा था. मणिपुर वायलेंस अपडेट, सॉरी, जो केस था मणिपुर वायलेंस केस था, राइट, उस पे कुछ अपडेट है. Yes, remember that particular video where two cookie women were, what we can say, paraded naked, and they were gang raped and they were molested, they were harassed in the ethnic violence in Manipur between Kukizo and Meitei, right? जो केस है अभी करेंटली सीबीआई के थ्रू क्या हो रहा है, इन्वेस्टिगेट हो रहा है, राइट. द ट्रायल हैज शिफ्टेड टू गोवा, yes, for the safety reason. And the recent update says some of the accused got the bails as well. People have started talking about the issues. Yes, I mean, the video was clear that these women were molested and harassed, sexually violenced, and there were physical violence, mental, जो हुआ होगा scar वो तो था ही, right? There are clear-cut evidences and there are clear-cut names that is being given. Then why they are getting bails? Second, they also talk about the delays. I mean, it's being like almost 3 years since this particular, what we can say, unfortunate event happened, and there is no proper improvement, advancement in the case. So people are asking about it कि भैया क्या करना है, right? Another news, you won't be shocked, है ना? That is जो वो है politicians हैं वो drug raid में पकड़े जा रहे हैं. यस, ईडीपी के मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट है, आई गेस, एक्स मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट है. एंड जो बीआरएस है उसके जो लीडर है पायलट रोहित रेड्डी, एंड टीडीपी के जो एक्स एमपी हैं दैट इज पुट्टा महेश कुमार, दे हैव बीन फाउंड इन अ ड्रग इलीगल ड्रग पार्टी, रेव पार्टी, राइट. यस, इन अ फार्म हाउस. तेलंगाना पुलिस जो है उन्होंने रेड किया एंड दे फाउंड ड्रग्स लाइक कोकेन. Yes, several individuals, so they were detained for different drug particular possession. These people were taking drugs These are our elected MPs. Okay, they are like MLAs, member of parliament, elected leaders, and they are in the rave parties and they are doing drugs over there. So India again, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Yes or no? है ना? So वो तो खैर चलता रहेगा. तो कोई बात नहीं. So these were the major news from the what we can say newspaper. Let's discuss two most important thing. एक कल का है जो मैंने बचा के रखा था to discuss it, to have question. सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं वेस्ट एशियन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट की, है ना? तो कुछ पर्टिकुलर डाउट्स हैं जो सबसे पहले हम क्लियर करते हैं, बिकॉज नाउ द मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन इज गेटिंग मोर एंड मोर बिकॉज ऑफ एआई एंड बिकॉज ऑफ द सोशल मीडिया. फर्स्ट जो मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको मिली होगी, दैट इन मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन इज नॉर्थ कोरिया इज ज्वाइनिंग द वॉर, राइट? द आंसर इज नो. Yes, they did tested some ballistic missile over Japanese sea when Americans and Koreans were having some military deal over there. But that that doesn't mean they are part of the war now. Though North Korea's stand is going to be very clear if they are going to be part of it, that is anti-American. So if America is supporting giving birth, the North Koreans are going to support the death. That is for sure. Right? But North Koreans are officially part of it. The answer is no, they are not. Right? So yes, Kim Jong-un may feel FOMO, may feel be like कि ऐसा है वैसा है, बट ऑफिशियली ऐसा कुछ नहीं है जहां पे ये कहा जा सके कि जो वॉर है वो होगा. Now let's come back to the second particular misinformation that is you are getting, that is BB Netanyahu, right? Is he dead? मैंने स्टार्टिंग में ही बोला कि we don't have any confirmation, right, from any of the official countries involved in the war, whether that is Israel, whether that is USA, whether that is Iranian. Even like Iranians are opposition side to the Israel. They even didn't claim that the Benjamin Netanyahu is dead, right? His son is dead, right? They are not claiming it because they know that until unless we are getting a proper information, हम कुछ नहीं कह सकते. The third misinformation is about the new Iranian supreme leader, right? Mustafa Khamenei. People are saying कि he is dead, right? Some are saying he is being wounded badly. Some are saying he's in coma. Some are saying he is being disfigured, right? All of them are incorrect until and unless we got a correct confirmation. है ना? तो ये तीनों मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन जो है वो कंटिन्यूअसली आपको सोशल मीडिया में देखने को मिलेंगे. वन मोर मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन जो मैं बाद में डिस्कस करना चाहता था, बट लेट्स डिस्कस इट नाउ, राइट? दैट ईरान एंड इंडिया हैज केम टू एन एग्रीमेंट, राइट, to let Indian ships filled with LPG, LNG, and petrol, crude oil pass from Strait of Hormuz. Right? There is no particular agreement at all. Yesterday's statement from Minister of External Affairs, our External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Jaishankar, strictly mentioned there are no blanket agreement at all. है ना? Though Iranians have somehow said कि we are ready to move forward with our like old relation, old friendship, but we don't have any confirmation on this. They are saying कि कोई भी ऐसा agreement नहीं है. So अगर मीडिया चैनल बोले कि नहीं भैया ईरान जो है हमारे ships पास होने दे रहा है, ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है, so don't get them in. Getting? So these were the misinformation. Let's get into the conflict mainly. क्या कह रहे हो? The type of speeches these guys give, I never shocked to know they're associated with the drugs. You're talking about speeches, I talk about the हरकतें and the policy making. मतलब कुछ तो भी तो हो रहा है देश में. Yeah, let's discuss this. Talking about this particular war is on the what we can say. First of all, this is more than half month. हाँ भाई साहब, आधे महीने से ज्यादा हो गए इस पर्टिकुलर डाई को. कैन यू इमेजिन, हम आधे महीने से ज्यादा से हर रोज जब जब मिल रहे होंगे थ्रू दिस डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म, हम इनकी लड़ाइयां डिस्कस कर रहे होंगे. मतलब हमारे पास कोई दूसरा काम नहीं है क्या? टेक्निकली नहीं है क्योंकि ये इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है. सो दिस इज entered into the second half of the month. This is like 17th day. So yes, the war is has went along like along. सो बात करते हैं क्या है क्या नहीं है। सो सबसे पहले लेटेस्ट मिलिट्री अपडेट्स की बात कर लेते हैं कि मिलिट्री अपडेट्स क्या है। राइट। सो मिलिट्री अपडेट्स की बात करें तो वी डिडंट डिस्कस अबाउट इट, पर जो खाग आइलैंड में वो हुआ है, अटैक हुआ है, दैट इज करेक्ट। Right? And after the Clark Island attack, there are two, three basic things that come out. क्या ऑयल फैसिलिटी को नुकसान हुआ है? दी ऑयल्स को जो वहां पे स्टोर्ड ऑयल है, डिड दे गेट हार्म? द आंसर इज अकॉर्डिंग टू द Iranian media, the speculation on the attack of Clark Island were already being made. They were prepared about it. So approximate 90% of the oil that was stored over there, it was already removed. Right. Yes, the current Khag Island port, what we can say, data is saying that there is a huge in and out, and especially the out of the oil and out of the particular islands from the vessels which can carry oil and petrol. Okay, so yes, वहाँ पे loss हुआ है, infrastructure का loss हुआ है, that is correct. Right? But if you are saying कि नहीं, this particular oil is being destroyed, the oil depot is being destroyed. Yes, Daksham Sonam Wangchuk की भी बात करेंगे. That is the second news we are going to discuss. Right? So that is incorrect. Oil is safe according to Iranian media. Infrastructure is bad. Why Kharg Island is important? The Iranian coast is not deep. Yes, if you want to park a large ship which is carrying large number of containers, large number of what we can say cylinder which can carry LPG and fuel, right? You need a deep sea port. The Iranian coast are not that deep. They are in shallow water. So they are using Haga Island as the port, as a terminal from where they can ship the oil and petrol. This terminal act is a port जहाँ पे ships park होते हैं, जहाँ पे the oil and petrol are being LNG are being loaded, and then it is being passed through the Hormuz. Now, इसकी जो implications है, that is quite simple. Right. The Iranians, when they faced the attack on the Tehran oil facility, they attacked back on Haifa and Tel Aviv and Bahrain's oil facility. And after that, they said that whatever you are going to target, we are going to target. So when the Americans and Israelis attacked on Iranian banks, they said now we are free to attack on every financial institution of Americans and Israel. After that, the entire banking offices in the Middle East that are associated with the Western world, they are being closed and work from home is going. Right now, they have attacked the one of the most important oil infra structure of the Iran. Iran has strictly mentioned in the tweet. Iranian foreign ministry has mentioned this tweet. Now we are free to attack on the any oil facility we want. So yeah, this is something which is going to harm Americans as well. Americans might see this particular as a win-win situation, but they don't understand if the dollar value, sorry, if the per barrel of crude oil value has started increasing. Currently, we are stuck at 100 to 115 dollar per barrel. If it is being increased to $200, the entire world is going to face the economic crisis they haven't seen like from the years of Great Depression, right? So the Americans are going to face such kind of thing, that's for sure. So इस आदमी की गलतियों की सजा पूरी दुनिया भरने वाली, that is also sure, right? And yes, for now, Houthis are not part of this particular war, but they are somehow Iranian proxies. If they get involved, the Middle East won't get anything in or out. So ये प्रॉब्लम जो है ये बढ़ेगी. So all in fact attack अमेरिका को बैकफायर करेगा, that is correct, right? अब बात कर लेते हैं थोड़ा सा किसकी, दुबई की, है ना? The Iranians quickly said the missiles that attacked the oil infra in Khark, they came from UAE. So we are free to attack on the establishment in UAE, and we are not going to stop, that is for sure. So there are drone attacks that is being seen. They are confirmed news, है ना? In Dubai. Authorities are currently managing the fire near Dubai International Airport caused by a drone attack in the morning. राइट, ये अभी भी दैट इज गोइंग ऑन. मैं अभी की रीसेंट की न्यूज बता रहा हूँ, दैट इज कंफर्म न्यूज कि दुबई के एयरपोर्ट के आसपास आग लगी हुई है और उसको मैनेज किया जा रहा है. देयर आर रीजनल अलर्ट्स इन द बहरीन Yes, Bahrain has activated air raid siren across the country as a precaution, while explosives were reported near Baghdad International Airport, targeting the logistic support camps. So Bahrain हो या इराक हो, these are the two places जहाँ पे अमेरिका के सबसे बड़े bases हैं. ये they are facing continuously attack from the last like Iranian side, right? Saudi Arabia की बात करें तो Saudi has also intercepted some particular drones and missiles. Saudi air defense has intercepted six drones entering in the country's eastern province earlier. Correct. So Saudis have also faced this particular problem. Now, इसराइल के जो operations है ना, अगर उनकी बात करूं तो इसराइल ने एक इजरायली डिफेंस फोर्सेस की ट्वीट ने स्टिक किया है कि the Israeli forces continues to identifying the thousands of targets inside Iran. Recent strike in the southern Lebanon had reportedly hit five people and injured 70. So इसराइल जो है वो दोनों फ्रंट पे अटैक कर रहा है, दैट इज ईरान एंड दैट इज लेबनान. एंड ये दोनों अटैक कर रहे हैं किस पे? इसराइल पे. हॉर्मुज का जो स्टैंड ऑफ है दैट इज कंटिन्यूअस, right? Iran has mentioned it's a virtual blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. US President Donald Trump, on the other half, called for an international coalition to squat tanker and restore oil export. Right? Harry, yes, last year, 12 days, 12, जो 12 रोजा war जिसको the Iranians call it the 12 रोजा war, right? So, जो 12 days war था, that becomes relevant क्योंकि इसके बाद ये चीजें हुई हैं. So, let's discuss what is USA saying and how USA is going to be there in the like war. Remember that it's hardly like 4 5 days back, जो स्टर्मर है उसको ट्रम्प कह रहा था we can hit your ship. You can. We don't need you. Now he's calling for an international coalition, right, for the naval security, for the escort of tankers to restore the oil export. He's asking help from all his allies. This is the same Donald Trump who was insulting all his allies from last 1 year, right? मैं बिल्कुल बढ़ा चढ़ा के नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. He was insulting, literally insulting every single one of them. Right? Now he wants help of all the allies. So that means US doesn't have that sort of plan or that sort of superiority through which it can actually get things in control. कि वो स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज से क्या कर सके, ऑयल टैंकर्स को पास करा सके. दे आर आस्किंग हेल्प फ्रॉम फ्रांस, ब्रिटेन, जर्मनी, राइट, अदर कंट्रीज एंड ऑल ऑफ देम आर डिनाइंग. राइट, दे सेड कि भैया तुमने स्टार्ट किया, तुमने फैलाया रहा था, तुम साफ करो. We're not going to help it down. China, on the other half, कोने में बैठ के हंस रहा है. Right? Remember that meme? किसी दिन मुस्कुरा के ये तमाशा हम भी देखेंगे. Chinese are doing same thing. और उन like when Chinese are smiling, Taiwanese are somewhere like कि भाई ये हंस क्यों रहा है? इसके दिमाग में कुछ चल तो नहीं रहा है. Right? So yes, the things are getting out of hand. USA seems to be very weak at this particular point. दक्ष तुमने बोला था boots on ground का कि जो Marines हैं 200 and 200, sorry, 2,500 Marines are being deployed in that particular region. This is going to be a huge mistake. Right? Marines are elite class soldier, that for sure, that is for sure. Americans invest millions of dollars in their particular training. They are huge asset, they are costly asset. And if they are being deployed and Americans started losing them one by one, that is going to create huge panic in American public and they are going to choke Donald Trump's government, that's for sure. American public may seems to be having less IQ, but in case of freedom of expression, freedom of speech, they have power, right? So ये एक बुरा decision होगा, that is for sure. So US का अपना जो particular struggle है, you can see, right? You can predict कि US के पास उस level का वो नहीं है. एंड ईरान ने जो करके दिखाया, आई मीन आई एम नॉट अ सपोर्टर ऑफ वॉर, बट वट एवर ईरान डिड वाज क्वाइट सिंपल. The Americans' bully nature, Americans' dominance is being challenged by a small country which doesn't even have a nuclear weapon. And Americans are technically begging to every single ally, like every single other country, to get into this. Right? For example, first they said they allowed Indian to buy Russian oil. Then they are allowing all the country to buying Russian oil. This is the same country which was stopping against Russia against Iran, sorry, Ukraine invasion. Now Russians are getting approximate 150 to 200 million dollars of profit every day due to sale of natural oil, sorry, crude oil and natural gases. So क्या अमेरिका अपने promises पे खरा उतरा? बिल्कुल नहीं. The Western European allies are angry on this, that first you have sanctioned the Russian oil and Russian energy supply. Now you are making it free available for all because of this. So भैया तुम्हारा रायता जो है वो तुम फैलाए, हम तुमको हेल्प नहीं करेंगे. क्या कह रहा है अध्यक्ष? China seems to be next superpower, sure gonna be again CCCP versus USA, by the way they are dominating. I don't think there is going to be any battle between China and US on any particular front except economic front. And but yes, the thing is that this war has actually removed that particular curtain. Just mean USA was seems to be superpower in terms of military, economy, and other thing. Right? The reason why is smiling. Definitely. They're getting 150 to 200 million dollars in profit. I'm not telling you this is the business on their daily basis. I'm telling you this is the profit. राइट मैंने दो बार कंफर्म किया राइटर्स से राइटर के उसमें लिखा हुआ था दे आर मेकिंग 150 टू 200 मिलियन डॉलर्स ऑफ प्रॉफिट एवरी डे सो चाइनीज आर स्माइलिंग रशियंस आर स्माइलिंग सो अमेरिकंस आर नॉट स्माइलिंग क्योंकि ये दो कंट्री वो हैं जो अमेरिका के सबसे बड़े दुश्मन है एंड दे आर गेटिंग बेनिफिटेड फ्रॉम दिस सो यूएसए कहीं ना कहीं उस पर्टिकुलर स्टेटस को क्वेश्चन कर दिया गया है एंड दिस इज अ स्ट्रेटेजिक पावर शिफ्ट that you can say the Americans will no longer be the dominant force, right, on Earth. That is for sure after this. Now, let's get into the oil and economic global impact. So, energy and economy वाला जो part है, जो globally वो हो रहा है, impact कर रहा है, impact हो रहा है इस particular war से, उसकी बात कर लेते हैं. So, first step is from IEA, International Energy Alliance, sorry, agency, right? They have announced a release of 400 million barrel of oil for this from the strategic rivers to combat the surging price and supply disruption. So, ये start होने वाला है. First phase is about to start on this, right? The second one is escalating oil prices. I told you they are reaching close to $120 per barrel. ये writers report कर रहा है, right? Because of two reasons. The Iranians are blocking the Strait of Hormuz, the potential Houthi blockade at the Bab al Mehtab Strait, that is Red Sea वाले area में. So from the both the reason अगर ये blockade होता है तो 200 पहुंचने बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं होगी. For now, this is fluctuating between 110 $120, but this can create huge problem. Next, the Kharg Island attack. The writer's analysis that Iran has warned that US attack on the Kharg Island oil terminal, a major exporter, would lead to new and harsh global energy situation. So if the Iranians attack on the Gulf oil facility, right, Gulf oil infra, whether they are producing or not, the way all the countries have stopped production of LNG, crude oil, the infra loss will cause huge amount of economic impact क्योंकि उसको रिस्टोर करने में सप्लाई को प्रोडक्शन रिस्टोर करने सप्लाई रिस्टोर करने it will take huge amount of time and the prices will be high. तो खान आइलैंड का जो अटैक था that shows the desperation of अमेरिका कि वो कहीं ना कहीं इस चीज में परेशान होना है. देर आर सम पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट इन द मॉर्निंग जब मैं उठा था तब मैंने ट्विटर में देखा था दैट सैलिनेशन डीसैलिनेशन प्लांट्स आर बीइंग अटैक्ड. तो उसमें एक पर्टिकुलर चीज मैं तुम्हें बता दूं इसराइल के पास 5 डीसैलिनेशन प्लांट है. Israel doesn't have a clean drinking water, underground drinking water to drink. So if any of them are being attacked by Iran, trust me, this is going to create huge mess in Israel itself. Though the Israel have already attacked on Iranians desalination facility, but Iranians also have underground water in the central region, so वो इतना ज्यादा impact नहीं. चलो आगे बात कर लेते हैं इंडिया के रिस्पॉन्स और इम्पैक्ट की. ठीक है. सो सबसे पहले बात कर लेते हैं जो अच्छा बहुत माइनस है इसमें वो हमको करेंगे. जो डिप्लोमेटिक आउटरीच है दैट इज ऑलरेडी बीइंग ऑन द way, and now they are official. Right. The External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has held talks with Saudi UAE counterpart to discuss the energy security and the safety of over 9 million Indian in the region. So diplomatic outreach start हो चुका है. Second, the Dr. S. Jaishankar and Indian counterpart have discussion about the oil security. एयर एविएशन शिपिंग ये सारी चीजें तो है प्रॉब्लम में, राइट? जो इकोनॉमिक वो है बफरिंग है वो तो चल ही रही है. सो इंडिया का एक अलग से डिस्कशन करते हैं एनर्जी क्राइसिस में क्या चल रहा है. सबसे पहले बात कर लेते हैं कि अदर डिप्लोमेटिक आउटरीचेस क्या है, राइट? सबसे पहले बात करते हैं निगोशिएशन की क्या पर्टिकुलर कंडीशन है. सो अगर मैं ईरान की तरफ से ऑफिशियली करूं, तो जो प्रेसिडेंट है, राइट, पेजेशकिन, उन्होंने ऑफिशियली, Iran has officially denied claims by US that it is seeking a ceasefire, right? Stating the current terms are insufficient. So Iranians ने जो terms दिए थे, right? The terms were quite simple. The first, no further escalation, no further attack on Iran from US. That is supposed to be guaranteed on paper. Second, right? The losses we have faced, we need the compensation repercussion for that. And third, whatever the Iran's legitimate rights are there, whether that is sanction के against हो या nuclear weapon के लिए हो या nuclear energy के लिए हो, ये सारी चीजें जब restore की जाएंगी, then and only then we can move forward, right? कि हम negotiation पे बात करेंगे. Until then, all the kind of negotiation are being denied. ये ईरानियन प्रेसिडेंट का क्लियर कट स्टेटमेंट है, राइट? इंटरनेशनल मीडिएशन जो है ना, वो भी बहुत कहीं आगे नहीं जाता हुआ दिख रहा है. अगर मैं बात करूं तो, सो फ्रेंच प्रेसिडेंट एनिमल मैक्रोन स्पोक विद द ईरानियन प्रेसिडेंट, राइट, आर्ग्यूइंग the immediate restoration of freedom of navigation in Strait of Hormuz to avoid the regional chaos, which is which is likely to be rejected. Uh, yes, the Essential Commodity Act पढ़ लो ना, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? सो इंटरनेशनल मीडिएशन भी कोई खास और काम नहीं हो रहा है कि हाँ भाई पास होता हुआ दिख रहा हो. फॉर नाउ वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट अ लॉन्गर वॉर, राइट? एंड आउट ऑफ डेस्परेशन, अगर इसराइल जो है, मतलब अमेरिकन आर नॉट गोइंग टू यूज न्यूक्लियर वेपन, दैट्स फॉर श्योर. अमेरिकन आर kind of what we can say responsible democracy. That is what we know. The American public is going to kill the leaders if something like this happen, right? But a nuclear weapon की बात करें तो again from being my side, I believe 99% chances are there that no country is going to use it, because it can lead to the end of entire earth. है ना? एक भाई एक आधा न्यूक्लियर वेपन फायर हुआ ना, मैं गाड़ी लेके गांव कट लूंगा, राइट? माई विलेज इज सेल्फ सफिशिएंट. तीन साइड से रिवर बहती हैं, राइट? लोकली ओरिजिनेटेड है, द लैंड इज गुड, फर्टाइल, बढ़िया खेती करूंगा, सब्जियां, फल, गाय, भैंस, गेहूं चावल उगा के उधर रहेगा. बट जोक्स अपार्ट, देयर आर 99.9% चांस दैट नो कंट्री इज गोइंग टू यूज न्यूक्लियर वेपन. बट इन एनी ऑफ द केस, अगर इसराइल ऐसा कुछ कर देता है, then you can expect a large scale escalation, and this might lead to third world war जहां पे लोग साइड लेना प्रेफर करेंगे, राइट? एंड अनदर गुड ट्वीट, yesterday I saw a very good tweet जो मुझे शेयर करना था, राइट? Somebody actually tweeted, is UN alive? राइट? उन्होंने सिंपली पूछा है कि यूएन जिंदा है क्या. UN is for now this looks like a powerless entity which doesn't even talk about what we can say, how they can help and how they can actually talk about peace and American side kya hai kya nahi. They didn't even condemn the attack on Iran, even though this is a clear-cut violation of international law and convention that is being violated. But ठीक है, क्या कर सकते हैं, है ना? चलो, so अब बात करते हैं इंडिया के एनर्जी क्राइसिस की करंट स्टेट की. ठीक है? The bookings are started decreasing, maybe LPG की जो bookings है, so maybe द पैनिक इज बीइंग गेटिंग स्टेबल, सेटल्ड, बट अभी के लिए भी बहुत लंबा नंबर है, 77 लाख बुकिंग, बहुत बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है। खैर, टॉकिंग अबाउट द एग्जैक्ट थिंग, है ना, कि क्या है क्या नहीं है। Good Lord, the way we are observing history making war just for Allah and princess. Bhavik, trust me, these Buddhe, think about it. This entire escalation is for those particular old people, है ना, जिसमें जो अपने कुछ कुकर्म छुपाने के लिए ये काम कर रहे हैं. I mean, they all are having their names in the Epstein file, and they just want to divert every one of them. That is what I believe. And think about it. Do Americans had any reason to attack Iran? I mean, at one side, you are negotiating with Iran for peace. And the Oman's foreign minister is saying that everything is on table. Very soon we are going to get a proper peace deal. And the next day you attacked on Iran. Why? Can you give me a reason? The answer is no. They are just doing what about for this particular thing. Even Switzerland denied Americans' request for sending aircrafts. राइट, उन्होंने बोला नहीं भाई, हमारी तरफ से तो तुम भूल ही जाओ, स्विट्जरलैंड ने स्ट्रिक्टली बोल दिया कि हम किसी तरीके की वॉर में इन्वॉल्व नहीं होने वाले. सो वैष्णवी कैन, Vaishnavi, you can do last 5 6 months of current affairs. Just get some particular what we can say monthly magazines, complete the questions, right? Revise the news. That's it. 5 6 months is more than enough. चलो, सो इंडिया के इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस की बात करते हैं, तो सबसे पहले हम डॉक्टर जो एस जयशंकर हैं, उनके स्टेटमेंट से स्टार्ट करेंगे. सो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स, डॉक्टर एस जयशंकर हैज हेल्ड direct talk with the Iran as most effective way to restart, mark the word, restart shipping through Strait of Hormuz in an interview with the Financial Times published on Sunday, March 15th. So March 15th तक उनका ये कहना है कि the best way is to start with the top, है ना, to restart the supply. Sir, there was an act called Shanti 22 titled Energy Crisis Still Under Implementation. है ना, अभी शांति एक्ट जो है वो नया है. एनर्जी के लिए इंडिया के पास बड़े चैलेंजेस हैं. आई वॉज सीइंग वन ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर वीडियो फ्रॉम वन ऑफ द एक्सपर्ट, अभी आधा देखा है मैंने, जो कह रहे हैं कि चाइना ऑन द तरफ इन दिस क्राइसिस आर गोइंग टू बी मोर पावरफुल देन एनी अदर. दे हैव डाइवर्सिफाइड देयर एनर्जी नीड. They, from last 10 15 years, their dependency on the external supply is less. India, on the other half, they didn't even show any kind of vision कि हम ये ऑयल क्राइसिस हुआ या एनी इंटरनेशनल क्राइसिस हुआ तो हम क्या करेंगे, राइट. इंडिया की उन्होंने मिस्टेक्स भी गिनाई कि क्या मतलब व्हाट वाज द रीजन टू लाइक रीचिंग इजराइल एंड सेइंग कि इंडिया इज स्ट्रिक्टली स्टैंडिंग विद इजराइल इन ऑल द एस्पेक्ट. Right? Can't you see what kind of genocide they did in Gaza? Can't you see how they are like a Zionist force जो अलग-अलग तरीके से दुनिया को परेशान करते हैं? But you said कि you are firmly standing with the Israel. तो कहीं ना कहीं ये उन लोगों के लिए तो नेगेटिव हो ही जाएगा ना. है, अभी उसको अपन कल बात करेंगे. लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट. यस भाविक, आई एग्री. ठीक है, चलो पॉइंट पे आते हैं. सो डॉक्टर एस जयशंकर ने सीधे तौर पे बोला कि दे हेल्ड डायरेक्ट टॉक विद द ईरान as most effective way to restart through the Strait of Hormuz. And this was said in the Financial Times interview published yesterday. US President Donald Trump on Saturday, right, called a nation to send their warship to keep Strait of Hormuz open for shipping as Iranian forces responded to US and Israeli attack on Iran. So ये एक प्रॉब्लम थी, है ना. ट्रम्प ने अपने सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म में ही बोला है he hoped China, France, Japan, South Korea, and Britain and other would send ships to help and protect the vital and narrow passage through which all about a fifth of the global oil supply passes. मतलब he is seeking help from China. Can you imagine? चाइना से हेल्प मांग रहा है. खैर, प्रॉब्लम तो है. अब बात करते हैं एस जयशंकर की वापस. जयशंकर ने बोला है कि किंग हैज yielded सम रिजल्ट, बट उन्होंने क्लियर नहीं किया है सम रिजल्ट का मतलब कुछ भी हो सकता है. सम रिजल्ट का मतलब हो सकता है कि द ईरान मस्ट हैव गिवन सम टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन दैट इंडिया शुड फॉलो, देन दे विल अलाउ इंडियन वेसल्स, right? Or the Indians are ready, or Iranians are ready, but the decision making might take some time, or the Indian wanted to keep secret so that the US won't get to know about it. अब हिंदू नहीं सब खतरे में, दक्ष यार पॉलिटिक्स मत करो, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए कि मेरे मुझे कहीं डाल दे यूएपीए में। खैर पॉइंट पे आते हैं, है ना? सो अब बात कर लेते हैं उन दो चीजों की, जो दो शिप्स थे जिन्हें बोला जा रहा था कि दे हैव बीन पास्ट, राइट? सो शिवालिक एंड नंदा देवी, they carried about 92,000 ton metric ton of LPG across the Strait of Hormuz on Saturday. Mr. Jaishankar told Financial Times that this was an example of what diplomacy could bring. Though he didn't mention this was a clear-cut arrangement between Iran and India. राइट, मैंने तुम्हें बोला भी था कि जो दो शिप्स हैं दे वेंट ऑन डिजिटल डार्कनेस। सो दिस इज अ काइंड ऑफ थिंग कि जब वो पूरी तरह से रेडार एंड कम्युनिकेशन में क्या हो जाते हैं, ब्लैक हो जाते हैं, एंड दे आर नॉट एट ऑल एग्जिस्टिंग फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ रेडार। सो वहां से डिजिटल ब्लॉकेज के थ्रू निकले हैं, सो वी डोंट नो अबाउट इट। Jaishankar also added that there was no blanket arrangement for Indian flagged ship, that Iran had not received anything in exchange. Right? So abhi kuch bhi aisa nahi hai. When asked about whether European countries could replicate India's arrangement with Jaishankar, Jaishankar said Iran stands with own merit, making the comparison difficult. Though he added he would be happy to share India's approach with EU capitals, right? Noted that they might also have talk with the Tehran, right? अब उन्होंने सिंपली लास्ट अपना कंक्लूडिव जो पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट था वो दिया था। उन्होंने बोला था कि while this is a welcoming development after talk, there is a continuation of conversation because there is a continued work on that. तो उन्होंने ये भी बोला कि there is no blanket arrangement, और उन्होंने ये भी बोला कि भाई साहब अभी भी बात चल रही है, राइट? अब एक न्यूज जो है वो बाहर से आई है, दिस इज अबाउट द शिवालिक, कि देयर इज अ रेयर एक्सेप्शन, है ना, फॉर इंडियन फ्लैग tankers which carried LPG, that is Shivalik and Nanda Devi, they successfully crossed the strait, है ना? This was a rare exception from the Iran that is being given. अभी भी क्लियर कट नहीं बताया जा रहा कि did Iran permitted or not. They are calling it a rare exception. Clear? डिप्लोमेटिक निगोशिएशंस आर गोइंग ऑन, है ना? उन्होंने बोला कि भैया हमारी बात चल रही है, अभी केस बाय केस बेसिस पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। दैट केस बाय केस बेसिस इज सिंपली मींस शिप बाय शिप। सो लेट्स से देयर आर टू शिप्स, इनका डिस्कशन हो रहा है, व्हाट दे आर कैरिंग, why they are important, how they can actually allow, and what can be the arrangement that can be made. So case to case basis पे क्या हो रहा है? They are saying the Iranian official included the ambassador, that is Mohammad Fatali, right? Highlighted that the shared interest and solidarity between two nations as a reason for these concessions and these conversations. राइट, उन्होंने बोला है कि हमारा जो पुराना शेयर्ड इंटरेस्ट है, पुराना जो दोस्ती है, पुरानी जो सॉलिडिटी है, उसके कारण हम ये बात कर पा रहे हैं, राइट? अगेन उन्होंने ये भी बात बोली है, ईरान की तरफ से स्टेटमेंट है कि ईरान सेज द रूट्स इज ओपन फॉर टू नॉन एनिमी, many shipping companies continue to avoid area due to high security risk and recent attack on the commercial vehicle. इसके पीछे का रीजन बता देता हूँ। देयर इज टर्म्स व्हिच इज यूज्ड इन द वॉर व्हिच इज नोन एज फॉल्स फ्लैग्स, right? For example, let's say there is a country X and its vessel is passing through Strait of Hormuz. Country X is a neutral country which condemned the attack and war on both the sides. The Iranian decided that this country is not a direct ally to USA, let's get it passed. But Israel or Americans, if they attacked on a particular vessel and said the Iranians have attacked, right? This can create a problem. So even the non-enemy ships, Iran is saying strictly कि non-enemy ships are allowed. They are not taking any kind of risk because of one reason कि कहीं ऐसा हुआ तो हम क्या करें? So अभी भी ये लंबा चलने वाला मुद्दा जो है वो हो सकता है, right? Let's talk about this was it, हाँ, for the current West Asian conflict. हम रोज ऑलमोस्ट 20-25 मिनट आधे घंटे इस पे वेस्ट कर रहे हैं। Talking about this one particular person, which is known as Sonam Wangchuk, right? Yes, he was technically released from Jodhpur Central Jail on today, है ना? So he is released from the jail, and तुम्हें सुन के मजा आ जाएगा. What are the grounds, right? मैं बता देता हूँ, है ना? The case was supposed to be in the court. Union Ministry of Home Affairs revoked the Wangchuk's detention under the National Security Act with immediate effect on the March 14th. He released after 170 days of nearly 6 months of spending in the preventive custody in the jail. ये छोटा मोटा वो नहीं, 6 महीने होते हैं इसको. The government stated the decision was made to foster an environment of peace and mutual trust in Ladakh and to enable the constructive dialogue. The act which was there was a National Security Act. ये एक्ट अगर किसी पे लग जाए तो भाई उसका पासपोर्ट नहीं बनता है, ऐसे बोलते हैं, कोई गवर्नमेंट वो नहीं मिलती. I mean, kind of argument they are saying, government has clearly mentioned the decision was to made to foster an environment of a peace and mutual trust in the Ladakh and to enable the constructive dialogue. How NSA can help it? I mean, you want to suppress the freedom of expression, that is for sure. You want the protest to settle down, that is for sure, because kind of you don't like the protest, and you are putting National Security Act on the inventor, on the scientist, on the educator for no reason. मतलब ये है कि जहां पे आपको ऐसा लगे कि somebody is not listening to you, put the NSA on it, right, and then revoke. Right. So government के जो particular argument है that from my personal opinion doesn't look very nice, very logical. I don't think any leader, any voice of dissent should be silenced just because you didn't like it. राइट. सो यहाँ पे कुछ चीज तो है जो गलत थी. एंड कोर्ट के कंटेक्स्ट में अगर बात करें तो रिलीज अगस्त जस्ट आफ्टर डेज बिफोर सुप्रीम कोर्ट वाज शेड्यूल्ड to reserve its order on the habeas corpus petition filed by the wife of Sonam Wangchuk, that is Gitanjali J. Angmo, correct, challenging the legality of his detention. So this was challenged in Supreme Court. Supreme Court was supposed to reserve the decision, and before that they revoked it, stating that they wanted to foster the peace and the environment of dialogue. इसलिए हमने क्या कर दिया, एनएसए लगा दिया. So that doesn't seems to be logical. मतलब मुझे ये नहीं लग ये this is not the use of NSA. This technically look like the misuse of NSA, right? The Ladakis were somehow what we can say, they were protesting, and the protest went violent. That is wrong. And Sonam Wangchuk was one of the first person who came out and says that this violence is wrong. And ये जो है ये गलत है. We are the Gandhian ideology follower. We will follow the Gandhian idea of protest, which is Satya Ahimsa and non-violence. Right? That is सत्याग्रह करेंगे हम. And he was booked under the NSA. So मुझे तो ये logic correct नहीं लगा. I don't know about you. There are some other ongoing situation. थोड़ा सा लद्दाख की बात कर लें. Despite of like Wangchuk released, civil society groups in Ladakh, including the Leh Apex Body and Kargil Democratic Alliance, have stated that a planned protest for today, that is 16th of March को, there is going to be a planned protest. भले ही इनको रिलीज कर दिया गया है, right? Their demand is simple, right? Full statehood to Ladakh, right? Schedule 6, 6 schedule, राइट. और उनका ये भी कहना है कि सेपरेट पार्लियामेंट्री सीट फॉर Leh and Kargil. So they want two parliamentary seats, one for Leh and one for Kargil. Right? Calls for further release. Leaders have welcomed the Wangchuk release, but demanding the unconditional release to other activists as well, such as Namgyal, Salma Chaudhary, who were remained detained. So ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ यही थे, बाकी लोग भी remain थे. So 2026 सितंबर था, 2025 26 सितंबर था जब इन्हें अरेस्ट किया गया था, और तब से लेके अब तक बेचारे जेल में थे. Right. Yes, he was leading a peaceful Gandhian struggle for Ladakh's constitutional right. and he was booked under the National Security Act. Right, this is huge, मित्रों. चलो पॉइंट पे आते हैं. So assembly for polls for the four states and one UT that is begin uh, just a minute. From April 9 इसको हम थोड़ा सा बड़ा कर लेते हैं. So असम में 126 सीट्स में नॉमिनेशंस नोटिफिकेशन 16 मार्च को आएगा. नॉमिनेशन 23 ऑफ मार्च को. अप्रैल 9 को क्या होगी? वोटिंग होगी. राइट. पुडुचेरी में 30 सीट्स है. 16 मार्च नॉमिनेशन, 23 मार्च, 9 मार्च को इलेक्शन होगा. केरला में भी 9 ऑफ अप्रैल को होगा. एंड तमिलनाडु में भी 23 अप्रैल को होगा. और 23 अप्रैल एंड 29 अप्रैल को कहाँ होगा? वेस्ट बंगाल में. So there are particular hello Mudit dates which is being released. है ना? If everything goes well, total like somehow 17 crore voters are going to participate on this particular election. This is going to be one of the largest event. Yeah. LPG bookings fall to 7 lakh, hinting a let up in panic buying. So panic buying थोड़ा सा कम दिख रहा है. लोगों ने कम वो किया हुआ है. Iran wants to make a deal, but terms not good enough. Might hit cards for fun, says Trump. मतलब ये आदमी मजे के लिए खाग आइलैंड में क्या कर रहा है? अटैक कर रहा है. कैन यू सी दिस? क्रैकेट. खैर, आगे बात करते हैं कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट इन. अच्छा, ये एडिटोरियल जरूर पढ़ना. राइट. I love the editorial how the northeastern people in northern India, especially Delhi NCR region, are being, what we can say, mistreated, and how this is actually direct attack on our brotherhood, direct attack on our constitutional right. तो ये एक बहुत प्यारा आर्टिकल है. इसको जरूर वो करना. एंड यू हैव सीन रीसेंट इवेंट्स ऑफ हेट्रेड अगेंस्ट द नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न पीपल राइजिंग. तो ये एक आपको बताएगा कि क्यों ये चीज गलत है. राइट. सो दिस इज अ वेलकमिंग पर्टिकुलर वो क्या कहना चाहिए आर्टिकल पढ़ना जरूर. लेफ्ट डेमोक्रेटिक फ्रंट स्टील्स द मार्च ऑन द यूडीएफ विद केरला कैंडिडेट लिस्ट. तो उनका केरला के इलेक्शन और जो लिस्ट विस्ट है वो निकलते हैं. Well, he must be asking help for China for fun. Ah, क्या? चाइना से तो फन में ही मांग रहा है. This we have discussed that TDP MP and BRS ex MLA detained for drugs. ठीक है. Confirm Bharat Ratna for Kanchiram says leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi. Congress caution government strategic setback over the Chabahar port. ये अपन डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. In a national conference seeks release of Kashmiri youth booked under UAPA, and RSS backed government response in the conflict of West Asia. Think 3 years justice eluded two Kikizo women who were disrobed, paraded, gang raped in Manipur. So 3 साल हो गए हैं. राइट. 3 साल में जस्टिस नहीं मिला. वी ऑलरेडी डिस्कस अबाउट इट दैट वीडियो जो सर्कुलेट हुआ था. है ना? Take up notice to removal of Chief Election Commissioner to disable doubts, MP. Right. So आपको पता है कि there is a notice that is being circulated for the removal of Chief Election Commissioner. उसमें कुछ updates हैं. Modi lauded Lord Speaker Om Birla's impartial leadership after non-confidence motion fails. I am not supposed to be political when we are talking, but this is a fake news, huh? Not all of it. मोदी जी ने स्पीकर ओम बिरला को क्या किया है? प्रेज किया. दैट्स ओके. बट ये जो टर्म है इम्पार्शियल लीडरशिप, राइट, आई डोंट थिंक दिस इज करेक्ट. I can sense the partial nature of our speaker, that is for sure. And everybody can do this. मेरे को नहीं लगता कि अकेले मैं ही करता हूँ. सबको ये चीज पता है कि क्या होता है. राइट. खैर, jokes apart, let's move to the next news. That our chief election commissioner is saying pure electoral rolls are bedrock of any democracy. Right? ऐसी बातें वो मीडिया के सामने करते हैं. खैर, मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट वन. इसमें तो कुछ खास को नहीं था. हाँ, ये दो चीजें जरूर वो करना. एक तो ये, राइट, एंड एक तो ये, है ना? ये दोनों चीजें बहुत अच्छी हैं. ये बताएगा कि किस तरीके से ऑयल प्राइसेस जो है जियोपॉलिटिकल रिस्क है. राइट. नॉट ओनली सप्लाईज और दूसरा बताएगा कि हाउ द वॉइस वोट्स आर व्हाट वी कैन से voice votes are not something which is supposed to be part of democracy. See, दोनों चीजें देख लेना एक बार, है ना? क्या कह रहा है इसी? It's like when the gully cricket umpire is your friend. On the right to die with dignity. We discussed about that case, Harish Rana wala, right, in which he was permitted for the euthanasia. ये एक अच्छा editorial है, पढ़ लेना. Trump's tenure sees the highest external attacks in a decade. Yes, 10 सालों में सबसे ज्यादा. राइट, देख लेना भाई साहब, ये आदमी मेंटल है, मैं कह रहा हूँ बहुत पहले से. ओके. सो इंटरनेशनली न्यू मतलब बिजनेस न्यूज में तो कुछ खास नहीं था, क्योंकि तुम्हें पता ही है क्या चल रहा होगा. राइट. So हम क्या कहना है, कैन यू प्रोवाइड द पीडीएफ ऑफ न्यूज़पेपर? आई एम नॉट श्योर सोहम, इज इट अ वायलेशन ऑफ एनी काइंड ऑफ एक्ट, बट बात कर सकते हैं. Israel starts denies report on direct Lebanon talks. So Lebanon से कोई बात नहीं हो रही, उन्होंने डायरेक्ट डिनाई कर दिया. Israel strikes on police vehicle kills 9 officers. Gaza Interior Ministry. Right. अभी the Israelis are crying on the cluster bombs of Iran. है ना? कि क्लस्टर बम आते हैं और बहुत सारे जो हैं फटते हैं और लोगों को वो होते हैं, प्रॉब्लम होती है. राइट. इसराइलीज ने जब गाजा पे अटैक किया तब दे फॉरगेट अबाउट इट. खैर, double standard in treating Iran, Israel may push countries to pursue nukes. Yes, ये एक बढ़िया वो है. The thing is कि the way people are actually are treating Iran, the way double standard it is, Israel जो है उसके पास खुद पे nuclear weapon है. Israel didn't sign NPT. Iran has signed NPT. Iran allows International Atomic Energy Agency official to visit to check properly the Iran nuclear facilities. Israel does not allow it. So it's a double standard है. This might lead to other countries to pursue nuclear weapon, which can create huge mess कि जो अर्थ है वो लॉस में आ जाएगा. ह्यूमैनिटी जो है वो आ जाएगा प्रॉब्लम में. स्पोर्ट्स में कोई खास न्यूज़ नहीं थी. राइट. एंड दिस इज इट फॉर टुडे. आई थिंक वी डोंट हैव एनी अदर न्यूज़ टू डिस्कस. बट ये एडिटोरियल्स जो है ना, ये जरूर पढ़ना, बिकॉज बहुत प्यारे एडिटोरियल्स हैं. राइट. I used to think Americans hate Bush, but now Trump is trying hard to replace Bush. I think yes, Americans hated Bush because of 9/11 Iraq, right? They thought that Obama is a good, what we can say, replacement. Obama tried his level best, but Obama was, again, not a very good choice. Then they went for Trump. Then they went for Biden, and I don't know how they came back to Trump. मतलब क्या सोच के आए, मेरे को ये नहीं समझ पाया. खैर, मैं क्वेश्चन नहीं बना पाया. I slept for late for the recovery and other thing. So क्वेश्चन नहीं बना पाया, but I had collected the news while sleeping. हाँ, जब मैं लेटा हुआ था तो मैंने न्यूज़ भी कलेक्ट किए, मैंने पढ़े भी. तो ओवरऑल फैशन में दिस वाज द टुडेज एनालिसिस I got for you. And this is it from my side for today. Let's hope for the best. From the tomorrow onward, we are going to get news and questions both, so that we can have some practices. So this is it from my side for today. I'll see you in the next session. Till then, have a great day ahead. मजे करो. And I wish you and all your loved one a good health, good mental health. Life में मस्त रहो, पढ़ाई में व्यस्त रहो. See ya guys. Good day.